Said we have a hardcore championship match to open up the show. Five-way dance, if you will. Peter Moline of the Figure Fight Club will be in the ring with Big Talib Chad Hole, a.k.a. It's Chad. Apparently had a fun, fantastic weekend in San Diego, and now has brought his talents here to the Gimmick Factory, where he has an opportunity to become the hardcore champion, as well as last week, the big debut in Grievance, who is in the house now, has an opportunity to take the hardcore championship off the hands of its current champion, James Lucas, as I'm getting a member chat from Grievance. Good morning, y'all. What's up, Grievance? It's good to see you. Again, you're in action. You have an opportunity to win the hardcore championship. Open up the show. Also, last week, Jeff prayed for that it wouldn't happen, but it unfortunately came to fruition when Rollkeeper became the #1 contender for the Empire State Championship, and now will challenge his buddy, Jeff Farino, for said championship. Last week, it was an absolute brawl for it all as he took on Don Curvin and was able to successfully defeat Don Curvin, and now doesn't take a night off as he now has to defend his championship against one of his friends. As we continue to, hey, Jacob Royale's in the house. What's up, Jacob? It's good to see you. I don't know if this is your first Sunday morning slam, but I hope you're going to enjoy it because we stacked the card here tonight. So it's going to be a good one. Of course, Rowdy Riles, fresh off the defeat from Kitsune, is looking to bounce back and find herself back in the title hunt as she takes on the very angry, very Latina Alicia Gilbert. The Tag Team Championships are on the line as the Handsome Snakes look to double their championship gold when they take on the Edwards brothers, coming fresh off the proving ground victory over the Figure Fight Club to retain their tag team championship. Booth, he might be smoking a little bit. I hope you're okay. I'm going to mute myself when I cough. I'm not going to be fucking rude. All right. Oh, well, Rowdy, I like where your head's at. She's going to crack open a new card, a Pineapple Express for this. Well, let's do it, Rowdy. Let's smoke together here as we enjoy the show. Bear 11 Charlie's in the house. What's up, Rip Hulk Hogan? You're damn right. Hulkamania, dude, will always run wild. It will always run forever. As I got the Ultimate Warriors theme song playing. Let me now switch over to the LSWA themes as I let Hulk Hogan's theme songs play out here. Now I don't want the WWE to come knocking. You're like, excuse me, you're not supposed to be playing that. You know, I don't know. Can you guys hear the theme songs? Did you hear the music? Hopefully you did. I will control the themes as best I can, as there's not that many people on this show today. We're going to keep it around this from now on, 7 to 8 matches tops. I'm only doing 7 today because I have a lot of LSWA footage I have to capture because then storyline-based content has to come out. Because a lot happened with that shit. So, anyway, that's for the members if you care. So, here we go. So, 5-way hardcore match. Tony Styles will be taking it away. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to the Gimmick Factory. Of course, you know I am Tony Styles, and we are here to start off the show at the Gimmick Factory with Extreme Rules Hardcore Championship. When James Lucas, the champion, puts his title on the line against 4 other hungry men, well, I should say 3 hungry men and 1 very hungry monster in the real Grievance. As we take it now to the Gimmick Factory Arena. Now, as you know, you always got to work with me here because I don't know who comes out first, who comes out last. So let's have some fun here, as I think it's Peter Moline coming out first. As Shane, by the way, I'm going to make some arrangements. This is out of character. To have my friend Shane Fair, an actual ring announcer in the wrestling business, actually do the ring announcing for LSWA from now on. So that being said, let's get to the action. For some reason, the Figure Fight Club theme is no longer playing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate when this happens. All right, so my music just fucking crapped out on me. Give me a second. But while that's happening, Peter Moline is going to make his way to the ring here, and we are going to then obviously dub this music in. I have to do so much work with the LSWA this weekend. I basically have to now take all the shit from, like, the live streams, and I got to recapture them. I got to download them so that I can repost them onto the LSWA YouTube with the themes and everything like that. That doesn't come in. As me, Peter Moline, a member of the Figure Fight Club, heading to the arena. I appreciate everybody who's coming through right now, hanging out with us this morning on Sunday Morning Slam. Whether you're on the West Coast or you're on the East Coast, we appreciate you all for hanging out with us. If you want to join the action, of course, all you got to do is join the membership. let the Legend Series team know that you want to be a part of the LSWA roster, and they will put you on. And you will debut as quick as next weekend. Now, that being said, right now, Peter Moline is making his way to the ring. Real Grievance with a beautiful super chat. Grievance, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, but I appreciate you very, very much for that $20 super chat. Thank you. As now, Peter Moline spits that water into the air, and I'm trying to get my music back here. Bear with me, please, and Donkey James. Donkey James. Sometimes the music just like shuts off, and then I got to restart the system. And I don't want to restart the fucking system, but I might have to. I might not have a choice. So, but you'll still hear the crowd. So, I appreciate everybody for hanging out here. Nico Taranis, man, Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby on key. It was always magic. It was absolutely magic. You are definitely not wrong there, my friend. That is a true fact. Now, I'm going to go dark real quick while you hear the audio from the game, because I'm trying to reset my system. So please and thank you again. Grievance, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. As Big Talib now makes his way to the ring.
And from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 300 pounds, Big Evo!
Shane Edwards is saying the best water spitter in the game. That's funny. All right, let's see if I can now connect this now that I reset the system. Even though it don't sound like it's coming through the headset. There it is. All right, we got it now. As now, oh, Chad. I don't know if I have Chad's theme in here. I should. But I do have Chad's theme. Let me tell you something. Chad's theme matches this entrance perfectly. Like if you watched it on the storyline-based content when he came out, when he got the shit kicked out of him by Tony's Fix. Man, oh man, does that theme fit? Now, like I said, this will come out on LSWA's YouTube channel, the solo YouTube channel for LSWA. If you were not subscribed to that, please subscribe to that, where you will get all this with edited themes, commercials, and all the rigmarole. You won't see my face. You'll see a simulated version of myself, Tony Styles, as we bring you all the action from LSWA. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Since I haven't given Talib and Peter Moline his theme song, I think it's only fair that I don't give anybody their theme song in this match. And we will just start that shit with the second match, where the title will be on the line. Of course, the Hardcore Championship is on the line right now. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear. And you know what? Because he's the champion, I don't want him to get mad at me and kick my ass. So we'll give James Lucas his theme song. As you can now hear James Lucas enter the arena. The LSWA Hardcore Champion. Title looks good around the kid's waist as he slowly makes his way to the ring. Let me know if the theme song is too loud. Let me know if the game is too loud. It has the commentary. Please, I need you guys to play producer a little bit and let me know how I sound. This should be Chad versus Boog versus Shart. Now, Keys Collects is saying something that probably happened yesterday. I have no idea, as I am not privy to that kind of stuff. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hey, Jay Gonzo's in the house. What's up, Jay Gonzo? You got the night off, along with myself and quite a few other people. So please just enjoy the show, as you are actually in action on the storyline-based content that will be coming out in a couple of days, as I have a lot of work to do when this live stream ends. But here we go. We're going to wait for the next person to come out here, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I see a lot of fire and brimstone. I think you know what that means. That means that the Real Grievance is headed to the ring, and I have yet to pick a good theme song for the Real Grievance. So I will be doing all that, again, very busy when this stream ends. As Grievance now making his way to the ring, this horrifying presence gonna definitely send people home with nightmares here at the Gimmick Factory. As some of the crowd, as you can see, some of the children in the crowd here don't know whether to make heads or tails of Grievance. A little afraid of the Devil's favorite demon as he slowly heads to the ring with an opportunity of a lifetime to become the LSWA hardcore champion. Now, I don't really know Grievance. I've never had the pleasure of talking to him in the locker room. But I will say this. The young man loves to delve out punishment and violence. Check plug connections tone. Why? What does it sound like? What's going on? What do you mean check plug connections? Everything is good with the sound except some static on the mic. This mic? Now, if there's static on the mic, it might be because I have the, because what happened, I turned on the other laptop to upload it, to update it, and I was able to control how loud I am. Let me know if it sounds better when I bring it down. Does it sound better now that I brought it down as the action has started right out of the box? Let me know if it sounds better. If not, I can switch microphones. It's not that hard. I have 3 fucking microphones going to this thing. As Chad levels, oh Jesus, that was a big suplex right onto Peter Moline at the hands of Grievance as he dumped Big Talib right onto the young man. As now, James Lucas trying, James Lucas is going to have a work cut out for him. This pop has started when you added the audio. Okay. Still popping? Hold on. This is getting to be a real pain in my ass. Give me a second. Do I sound better now? Please let me know in the chat. Let me know how I sound now. I'm using another microphone. I'm using my more expensive microphone. Sure microphone, but if it's still popping, I might have to, I think it's the mic connection. It might just be that particular microphone. This is another microphone. Let me know how it sounds. Is it still cracking? Or how is it? If not, I will shut the fucking thing off for a little bit and reset it. The Rodecaster is plugged into the switcher, which is then running to the computer. There's a lot of connection. And I've had problems with this. Yeah, okay, not popping. So it was the microphone. So it was that other microphone. And we'll just use this one. So I'm fine with this one. I just turned it up a little so because this microphone is very low. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Finally, up and running. And from now on, I think I'm just going to use this microphone anyway, as opposed to that one. That was just a lot louder. It's a lot more sensitive, the other one that I was using. So I didn't have to, like, scream into the phone. But you know what sucks as I'm watching this right now? I'm going to give you a little half-ass commentary today. I'm not feeling that great. But these microphones, like, I can't make heads and tails. Sometimes they sound great. The mic is too low. Motherfucker. Jesus Christ. I can turn this one all the way up. Ladies and gents, I am really apologizing right now as I am turning the microphone as loud as it will go. As you can actually now hear pinging into the microphone, which I do not like. So let me try to switch it up here. Turn that off. And maybe try this up. Well, that sounds much better. Holy shit. Do I sound good now? All right. Let me know how I sound because I'm coming into the yellow now. Like I said, I don't mind these headsets, but I think I'm going to go back to a more traditional microphone. These headsets are cool, but they don't fucking they don't do what I need them to do. Like I sound, to me right now, in my head, I sound like I'm in a tin can. And this microphone that I'm using is $350. It's a Shure broadcast headset. It's what they use on like fucking sports and shit like that. You know? But I think it's the Rodecaster. I think the Rodecaster is meant for condenser microphones, like actual condenser microphones. You know, oh, thank you, Black Knight. I appreciate you guys are checking on. Now you sound in studio. Thank you. Which is crazy because I feel like I don't. I feel like I sound like shit, but you guys are telling me I sound good. So I'll accept that as an answer. As the action has completely devolved, as Chad now got a beautiful lung blower on the Peter Moline, as James Lucas now, or the unfortunate recipient now of the ass kicking handed out by the real Grievance, as he just steps over the ropes like it's nothing. That still has a little bit of cracking. Dude, I don't know what the fuck to do, man. I don't fucking know what's going on. Let me try something here. it might be because of here. No, it's like not even all the way up neither. I don't know. Let me know that. Let me know if you hear the cracking still, as I have lowered the master volume. So now I don't even hit yellow. I don't even hit the yellow now. As this action is going completely insane to open up LSWA's Sunday Morning Slam. Thank you, 18 people in the room, but only 9 likes. That's a problem. That means 9 other people are watching this without liking. So you better hit that like button. Please share the stream right now. Let everybody know that we are live as the Hardcore Championship is on the line. James Lucas trying to defend his championship against 4 hungry monsters. As Rosa Gurney now goes for a cover here too. And I thought James Lucas was going to pull a big one over the Real Grievances. Now, speaking of big Talib in the ring now, going to slam down James Lucas with a beautiful belly-to-belly as Peter Moline now grabbing some toys, bringing in the trash can. And oh, man, throws it right at Talib as now Chad Hole trying to mount an offensive, but cannot. Too many people in the ring. The numbers game not exactly on his side. Hit the like button, you haters. Thank you, Real Grievance. Hit that damn like button, you fucks. As now, Grievance in the ring, going to break it up here. And just breaks it up as Peter Moline trying to get out of here with a pinfall victory. Trying to start the Figure Fight Club on their winning ways. And wait a minute, Grievance now. Pile driver of the Tombstone variety. I think Talib tried to get the cover here and screwed Grievance over as referee Rosa Gurney wasn't paying attention. And now Grievance going to use that sledgehammer, tosses it right at the face of Big Talib, clearly frustrated that Talib might have cost him the Hardcore Championship as he now slams James Lucas down, and now he's going right after Big Talib. We might be seeing the start of a rivalry here between Grievance and Talib after Talib tried to steal the victory while Grievance tombstoned Peter Moline, and now Grievance standing tall above everybody here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate Dan Alton has joined the conversation. Dan Conjuesos is in the house. Hello, Conjuesos. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy LSWA Sunday Morning Slam on this Sunday, July 27, 2025. Here at the Gimmick Factory, nice power bomb by Big Talib as Moline now goes right after Chad Hole, and Chad just breaks it up as Talib is trying to sneak a victory out here again. It's Talib's going to do it again here. Talib says, screw it, let me try it again. And does not now as Peter Moline, Triple P, breaks that up, excuse me. And now look at the power displayed by Big Talib as he front suplexes Grievance and now goes right after the champion, but the champion can reverse it here, and nice inverted DDT. As now Chad Hole not impressed at all with James Lucas. Reverses that now, going for what looks like an Angel's Wings here. Levels the nails with the Angel's Wings. Is Chad Hole going to become the champion here? And absolutely not, as it is broken up by Peter Moline. And one Grievance. As now Grievance going to slam Big Talib. As look at the suplex there. Right on his face and belly. As now Grievance going to toss that trash can back in the ring. He's not done taking the trash out, as he has tossed that can back into the ring. But wait a minute, Talib now has an opportunity to stun gun him and does just that as he stun guns the Real Grievance. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here. This is the opening contest of LSWA Sunday Morning Slam. 7 jam-packed matches for you, as we are going to bring you the best in simulated wrestling. As look at the power by Grievance, but look at the agility by James Lucas. Going for a cover, and it is broken up by Big Talib. As we know, these multiple man matches devolve immediately. They break down very quickly. And if you're not looking, you can see yourself on the receiving end of a loss, because just like that, these guys will pull out a victory. As you can see, the talent is in the... Oh, wait a minute, the double choke slam on Peter Moline. Look at that. A second ago, hitting each other. And now, friends, as they both, James Lucas and Grievance, both break up the count. As Talib said, hey, if you're not going to do it, I'll go for the cover here. As, wait a minute now, Chad Hole going for a ride. Drops him down. My goodness, Talib down as well. But Peter Moline throws the trash can at Grievance. And beautiful Harley Race knee to James Lucas. As Peter Moline now, scientific wrestling at its finest. And no, my goodness, just as you say that, Grievance levels Moline. He's going to take that scientifics and take that shit to school. That ain't going to happen here. We're fighting for a coveted hardcore championship. And look at this now. Drops Grievance face first. And a spine buster by Peter Moline as James Lucas trying to retain. But just in time is Peter Moline to break up the count. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Please hit that like button if you haven't. Please tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your mother, your wife, your kids. Please subscribe as we go for a count here to through. And Peter Moline has done it. Chad Hall, everybody, Grievance and Talib furious. As Peter Moline now will be taking the Hardcore Championship back to the club, the Figure Fight Club. And ladies and gentlemen, now that I got the theme songs working, let's see if that works again, or did I get fucked over with that? No! There it is! Ladies and gentlemen, what an opening contest. We appreciate you for hanging out with us. As James Lucas has essentially been screwed over now. The odds stacked against him in this 5-way Hardcore Championship match. As you're seeing the replays here. And I'll tell you something, every week now we've been doing this, Grievance has impressed me more and more. He will be debuting on the storyline-based content in the weeks to come, as he is making his presence known here at the Gimmick Factory. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought James Lucas was going to do it right here, but didn't get the job done. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen. It has been all over the place. And we appreciate you for hanging out with us. Please, like I said, hit that like button if you haven't. And if you want to join this craziness, if you want to be a part of the LSWA, all you got to do is join the membership. $5.99 doesn't just get you a membership to the LSWA. It gets you all the extra content that I got out, whether it's behind the scenes, as Moline now celebrating the ring. It's got you behind the scenes, some lighting tutorials. I got you Photoshop tutorials, After Effects tutorials. I got all kinds of stuff up there, as well as comedy skits and short films. His greatest of all time, Dave Meltzer, giving that a 5-star rating, even though I couldn't care less about Dave Meltzer's opinions, as we are now going to head back up here to the Eagle's Nest. I am Tony Styles, your master of ceremonies here, as we're going to get to the next match now. The next match is also a championship match on the line. And wait, I hit rematch. Whoopsie. All right, so James Lucas loses his championship to Peter Moline. Did not expect that. As we move on to the next match, as last week, Rollkeeper gets the job done in a multiple-man match to become the #1 contender for Jeff Areno's coveted Empire State Championship. Hold on a second. Am I still cracking? My wife says the audio is still cracking. I have no fucking idea. Let me just pause that. I don't know, maybe I'm putting out too much audio. I don't fucking know. The bottom line is, the audio has been a fucking thorn in my side now for weeks, and I've been switching it up. I've been trying everything new, and now she's telling me that it's still cracking. Is it still cracking? What's up, Jeff? You have a matchup next. Because if it's still cracking, I'm fucking done with this audio. I'm just gonna shut it off and you just watch it, and I'll switch mics. Because this shit is really starting to chap my ass. But anyway, yeah, it's still cracking. Let me just shut this fucking thing off. Okay, so we've figured out the problem. It's not my fucking broadcaster. It's it's StreamYard. It's OBS. That seems to be the fucking problem. Which is fucking crazy. How does it sound any better now? Do I sound better? Because the only way to fix that cracking is to literally stop the stream and shut off the system. And I'm not about to fucking do all that. Do I sound better? How is it? I don't understand the cracking. This is what happened. Remember when I got yelled at for was House of Glory or some shit? And they were like, the audio was cracking, and I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I couldn't find it because I sound fine. And then on here, I don't see anything spiking. So I don't fucking know. I don't get what's going on. Now you can barely hear me. What about now? Can you hear me now?
How are you seeing the comments, though?
I'm seeing them right here.
My comments are not even moving.
You sound a little bit better, he said. Let me try this now. Hold on. Because I'm back on the old mic.
Yeah, it is more prominent the louder you are, they said. We will live with it unless you want to fight about it. Triple D said.
I don't fucking know anymore. So, I don't know. It's more prominent the louder you are.
Just let it feel like you're at like an old-timey...
You want me to sound like this?
No, don't do the chipmunk or anything.
I'm not doing the chipmunk. I was going to do like the radio voice.
Oh yeah, that's what it sounds like already, like with the static.
It's just the audio. They hear you a little crack when your volume goes up. Go with it, brother. I'm fucking annoyed. But here you go. Here's Rollkeeper versus fucking Jeff.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Tri-State Championship. Introducing the challenger. From Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 220 pounds, Sergeant Daniel! And his opponent, from New York, weighing in at 455 pounds, the Tri-State Champion and the WCW United States Champion, the Eagle Jack.
Does this sound better? I don't know. I apologize for the cracking. I'm not gonna be in fucking doing deal. I'm just gonna play it. So Jeff is fucking. I'm gonna smoke myself sticky real quick. has been kicking the shit out of everybody for the last 3 weeks. He knows something that you don't. I'll tell you that. And he knows how to get the job done, folks. And he did just that tonight. As he now defeats Jeff Areno, as you're seeing in your replay here. Jeff Areno, maybe this is why Jeff Areno didn't want to fight Rollkeeper. As he thought Rollkeeper might have been a little too focused. And he has been just that. As he now is your new Empire State Champion. Look at this. As he's firing up here. The House of Fire, beautiful maneuvers here by Real Grievance. By Rollkeeper. You guys have so many names that get stuck up here, and they just fuck me up. But congratulations are in order for Rollkeeping. As now, Rollkeeper advances as your Empire State Champion. The question is, who's going to fight
Here is your winner
in the coming weeks? Will Jeff cash in his rematch clause next week against Rollkeeper? Has their friendship ended? Ladies and gentlemen, these questions and more as the weeks play out here at the LSWA. Great match, 4.5 stars by the moron Dave Meltzer. As we move on to the next match on your LSWA's Sunday morning slam. I apologize for the technical difficulties. As we are now super low. Well, I can't get any higher in terms of my output. I am maxed out. I don't know, but on here, I am going up into the yellow. On OBS, I'm coming up in the yellow. You see, video capture device? It's in the yellow when I speak. If I raise it up any higher, it'll go to the red, and the audio will just start chopping out. So,
Unless that was old.
I don't know. How do I sound now? Do I sound good? Because I sound loud as shit in my ear. So you guys tell me. Huh?
Sounds great.
All right, thank you. Or are you just telling me not to grease the wheels here? Here we go. Rowdy Riles going to take on Alicia Gilbert, trying to get back to her winning ways, as she unfortunately suffered a loss at the hands of the women's champion, Kitsune, who has the week off, hanging out with Tone Bone. The new WWE
is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
All that treatment should be coming very soon. As Rowdy Riles makes her way to the ring. Seems to be in high spirits even after she suffered the loss at the hands of Kitsune. She's here ready to bounce back and get back to her winning ways and find herself in the title hunt. I can lower the game audio. I turned the game audio up because my audio was bad. So let me know if it fixes it now, because I've turned the game very low and my voice is very high, as I appreciate everybody. And here we go. Alicia Gilbert going to make her way to the ring. I don't even know if I have theme songs for all these people. I don't think so. I think usually I use CM Punk's theme. The fire burns. Because I just didn't want to look for another song. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Alicia Gilbert makes her way to the ring. Very new to the LSWA. As you know, it is our friend Gilbert who is a member and is now in the LSWA as Alicia Gilbert, and she will be taking on Rowdy Riles, who is your current reigning and defending WCW Women's Champion over there on the WCW side of things, as she scored a big pinfall victory over Elantra Blaze a couple of weeks ago to capture said title, and has a stranglehold on the WCW Women's Division since then. And now Alicia Gilbert just trying to make her way, trying to make some waves here at the LSWA, as she will now be an official member of the Raw roster going forward. As the WCW roster has now officially signed Estelle and Sugarfoot the Violator, as the rosters now are officially starting to round out and become more concrete, as Alicia Gilbert now seems to be on the offensive here with Rowdy Riles, and big clothesline into the corner, as maybe Rowdy Riles has been focusing on her WCW career over the LSWA Gimmick Factory. As we know, this is not so much an exhibition. We had to make titles here because people didn't want to just fight each other in exhibition-style matches. Some people actually wanted to put their brand championships on the line. And as you know here at the Gimmick Factory, brand loyalty is gone out the window. We all one roster. And so we felt that we had to have championships, and we did just that. And of course, Kitsune cashed in that opportunity and became the women's champion. And now, right now, girls like Alicia Gilbert, Rowdy Riles, Stacey Hatch, Estelle, and Sugarfoot, although Sugarfoot doesn't identify as a woman, of course, it identifies as a Sasquatch. Right? It's just the way it is. So here we go. As now, Rowdy Riles and Alicia Gilbert getting a little scientific here with the chain wrestling. Highly impressive. I didn't expect to see the chain wrestling come out of the box so early. As now, Rowdy Riles breaks that up with a back elbow and said, enough and enough with the chain wrestling. Let's fight. As she now dog walks Alicia Gilbert into those ropes, and now going to work over Alicia Gilbert's arm here. Little dirty tactics by the hands of Rowdy Riles. As wait a minute now, Rowdy Riles going for a beautiful glam slam, drops her right on the face. As you know, Alicia Gilbert's finishing move is called the unprettier. And I guess Rowdy Riles just made her unprettier. That was good. And here we go. And a big kick to the knee by Rowdy Riles. Of course, I am Tony Styles here in the booth. And a big kick right to the head of Alicia Gilbert. Alicia on Dream Street. As now, Riles tries to get the better of her. But Alicia Gilbert able to get her wits about her. Now slams Riles off the canvas here and stepping on the hair and pulling her up by her hands. That's a little dirty as Rosa Gurney letting everything go right now. Letting these two fight it out, if you will. On this Sunday afternoon slam, I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Please consider what is going on. What is going on right now? Rowdy Riles is confused. She's trying to... And look who just showed up! Look who just showed up! I thought she had the night off! She's out here providing distraction! I did not do that. You guys are rivals. And here we go! Alicia Gilbert might be using the distraction, but Riles able to telegraph that and drops down Gilbert and still jaw-jacking with Kitsune as Kitsune tried to provide a distraction, continuing this heated rivalry here at the Gimmick Factory. As now Gilbert using those educated feet to attack. Thank you. They just sent up a lady here to kiss me in the booth. I don't know what's going on.
Which lady? After I made my little arrival, I came to the booth.
I love you. As Alicia Gilbert is working over Rowdy Riles, but Riles too strong, and now, oh, wait a minute, go for a choke slam. But now Alicia Gilbert able to see that, telegraph it, and fight out of it. As now Alicia Gilbert goes for a cover here. 1, 2. And a kick out again by Rowdy Riles. Not going to have any of it. As Riles now trying to get back into that hunt. Trying to get back to Kitsune. And fight for the LSWA Women's Championship. And wait a minute, unprettier by Gilbert. This might have done it. The distraction by Kitsune. 1, 2. And oh no! Rowdy Riles just gets her shoulder up. And Alicia Gilbert is furious, screaming at Rosa Gurney like, what the hell? As now, big-time elbow drop off the top rope. Alicia Gilbert with all her weight right onto the chest of Rowdy Riles, too. And again, Rowdy Riles kicks out, will not be denied. As Alicia Gilbert now trying to figure out what she has to do to put down Alicia Gilbert and get her hands on Kitsune, who tried to insert herself in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we thought Kitsune had the night off. We thought she wasn't even here. Turns out, who else is here at this point? As now, Alicia Gilbert taking it to Rowdy Riles. Look at this now, choking her in the corner. Again, like I said, referee Rosa Gurney gonna let it go a little bit, gonna let these ladies fight. As now, Alicia Gilbert in firm control here, Rowdy Riles, but Rowdy Riles finally fighting back out of it, and now back on the offensive here, gonna stomp a mud hole in Alicia Gilbert's ass and walk that sumbitch dry, and she drops the elbow right across the swole of the back, and now is waiting for something. Are we going to get that shining wizard? Here it comes. Knocks her right for a loop. All she's got to do is go for a cover. Riles got the cover here. 1, 2, and Gilbert kicks out, and Riles now visibly frustrated with the referee. Wants some answers here. As now, wait a minute. Oh, she's going to clotheslines Gilbert right into the bottom rope there, and now Riles again. Just slowly, and look at that beautiful clothesline here. Another nice clothesline by Riles. Riles with the leg lariat drops down Alicia Gilbert, and now going to stomp her right into that face. Trying to rearrange the face of Alicia Gilbert here. Now going, whoa, but just as I said that, she kicks her right in the face with everything she has. That might do it right here, the ref. And 1, 2, and again another kick out. Riles now wondering what she's going to have to do to keep down Alicia Gilbert. And now, wait a minute now, stalking her prey here. She's going to hit her. She's going to hit her with the American Destroyer. Levels Gilbert. 1, 2, and it's over. Count to 100. The American Destroyer. I'm calling that for Hulk Hogan, Riles. All right? The American Destroyer levels it. Riles, your winner, back in the title hunt for sure. She will have to be considered the #1 contender yet again, with the distraction by Kitsune still able to get the victory over a feisty Alicia Gilbert. As you see, the big-time leg lariat move there tried to put down Riles, but Riles will not be denied, as she is still focused, still has her attention on the women's champion, Kitsune. And of course, as I said before, that feud far from done between Riles and Kitsune, as their feud now is becoming, I would assume, quite prominent here at the LSWA, as now Riles levels, just leveled Gilbert with these lines here, and then of course the leg lariat. What a maneuver there. But it wasn't that. It was, of course, the American Destroyer that would put down Gilbert for the 1, 2, 3. And I assume that's this count right here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. And Riles now back to her winning ways, which is what she was looking for. As she is, of course, the WCW champion, now wants to take the LSWA championship from Kitsune, take it back to the WCW brand, where she is delving out her brand of justice to the ladies of World Championship Wrestling. Amazing match, 4 stars by Dave Meltzer. As we always tell Dave Meltzer to take a fucking long walk off a short pier. But here we go. Moving on. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out with us. I appreciate the patience with the audio, as I am not happy that it's cracking, because last week we didn't have that problem, and I didn't have that problem Friday when I did Truck Stream. So sometimes this shit, it just wants to be a fuck. Anyway, that being said, let's get to the next match. Tag team competition, the LSWA Tag Team Championships are on the line. The Edwards brothers, coming fresh off a proving ground match against the Figure Fight Club, the former Tag Team Champions, will now defend against the current reigning and defending WWF Tag Team Champions of Monday Night Raw, the Handsome Snakes, Handsome Blake Tarpley, and Slithering Mython the Python. That's a good nickname I just came up with. I'll take it. And, of course, Samuel Edwards and the rock star Shane Edwards. Of course, of Same Time Toys. You can catch Same Time every Saturday, 6 p.m., when he presents Smoking Joe's with himself and Woody Triple Deuce, who is also in action. And, of course, unfortunately, former Empire State Champion Juan Jefferino. That being said, let's get to the arena where the Handsome Snakes have an opportunity to become double champion. Hey, Frankie, what's up, bud? You're in action a little bit later. Oh, that's Blake Tarpley's theme. That's alright, they can come out to the Handsome Snake. They can come out to that. I'm fine with that. Oof. I got that 80s feel right now. As Blake Tarpley dances around Mython the Python. Mython, of course, cool as a cucumber. Heading out to the ring right now. As they are now, like I said before, you're reigning and defending LSWA Tag Team Champions. As we could switch to camera. Isn't this cool? Where are you? She left. Alright, never mind. As you are now seeing the handsome snakes here in the arena, you could just switch cameras. This whole time I could be up here in the booth fucking around. And ladies and gentlemen, they are awaiting the Tag Team Champions, Shane Edwards and Samuel Edwards. The Edwards brothers. I guess I could call them Smokin' Joes too, considering Samuel Edwards is no stranger to a good doobie. And look at that. The focused tag team of the Edwards brothers used to be fun, loving, and silly, have then now since become very serious, as they are now your current reigning and defending tag team champions, as they head to the ring here, as you are seeing these men. Look at this now. Look at this. They head to the ring slow and methodical. The Edwards brothers. It is definitely scary when you hit the ring here with the Edwards brothers. I'll be prepared for a lot of that on the storyline-based content. Why I was moving that motherfucking camera around with entrances now. I think you could do it during the matches too, but I don't want to fuck anything up. I don't want, but we'll see. As the Edwards brothers now are ready to do battle with Blake Tarpley and Mython the Python, the handsome snakes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. 25 people here, 21 likes. There is 4 of you in here that has forgotten to hit the like button. But make sure you hit that little thumbs up. Did you just run to hit the thumbs up? You're my wife. You better be the first. You better be the first. I'm gonna come over there and kick your ass. I'll tell you that right now. Kitsune, still hot. She just walked by us, furious as she threw her water bottle because Rowdy Riles won the match. As the music is still playing, we'll lower the music there as the ring announcer announcing the championship match.
The World Tag Team Champions, Handsome Blake and the Snake, Vicious and Delicious.
The handsome snakes fired up here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Figure Fight Club, thank you so much. Please catch the replay. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out, mister. Have a great time. I hope you're all right. If you're still in San Diego, please make it safe wherever you are. And there the Edwards brothers are the tag team champions, as we are about to get a tag team competition that I think will hold the test of time here. We might set the standard here in the tag team division between these two teams right now, as Rosa Gurney raises the title up to the heavens. Did the Edwards brothers hand those belts over for the last time? The question we will find out soon, as here we go. Samuel Edwards going to start it out with Blake Tarpley. Blake Tarpley meeting right in the middle here, and there they go, as Sam Edwards tried to handle this with a fisticuffs, but no. Blake Tarpley wants Tag Team Wrestling 101, trying to show the Edwards brothers that even though they are bound by blood, Mython the Python and Blake Tarpley are a better cohesive unit, if you will. As now, and a big time splash by Mython the Python, won and broken up quickly by Shane Edwards. Shane knew that could have been the difference already, and quickly was able to get in that ring and break it up for his brother. As now Mython gonna take it with the fist. Can I move the camera? There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way. There is a way. Oh shit, there is a way. As here we go. I'm gonna move the camera around because the referee was standing right in the goddamn way. As Sam Edwards now reverses, an Irish whips Mython back into the corner here and walks over, gonna tag in Shane Edwards. Is Shane now gonna get back in the ring here? And what do we got here? Both brothers hitting the ropes now, and a big-time diving headbutt maneuver. But dude, what the fuck is with these camera angles? Can I move them? No, that sucks. As Shane now works over the midsection. Just looking at Blake Tarpley. Irish whip ice is just focused on Blake. Oh my God. And a double axe handle, the Mython, the Python. I'm sorry about that. We have a couple cameramen that seem to be smitten with the handsome one. And we're just filming him. And here we go. One. And a kick out again by Mython, the Python. As Mython might have to get the tag to Blake Tarpley. And here we go now. Sam Edwards demonstrating some serious power with a beautiful sit-out power bomb and drops Mython down. But Mython dives and makes the tag to Blake as Shane Edwards now a legal man in the ring. And beautiful standing drop kick by Blake Tarpley drops Shane Edwards down with the quickness. Is now going to work over the arm of Shane Edwards. Is Blake Tarpley. And now, oh, look at this Shane with a beautiful clothesline. Putting down the handsome one. And of course, you got to watch that face when it comes to the handsome one. The handsome one does not want his face rearranged. Might not be handsome anymore. As now Samuel Edwards going to walk him over and drop him right in the corner on the turnbuckle. As Samuel Edwards now going to wrench the head of one handsome Blake Tarpley. As we appreciate all you guys hanging out in this room right now. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Please, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please just do that. If you want to join the crazy madness that is the LSWA, please think about hitting that membership button. We appreciate you for coming through and watching and supporting the LSWA. Even if it's that you're going to do is just spectate like I'm doing currently. We appreciate you for all that you do for the Legend Series team and family. As now Shane Edwards, speaking of family here, beautiful tag team maneuvers here by the Edwards brothers, showing Tarpley and Mython that it's about brotherhood and unity, not about handsome looks. And now a nice sidewalk slam by Samuel Edwards, who is now going to go to the top rope. He might try to cut Blake Tarpley off before he makes that tag, and he does with a beautiful senton bomb right onto the lower back, and Mython knows that that was going to do it, and Mython quickly just broke it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us today on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, depending on what side of the country you're sitting on, depending on what side of the world you're standing on. It might even be the nighttime, for Christ's sake. As now, Shane Edwards going for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Blake Tarpley, of course, showing great resilience. The handsome one, showing everybody that he doesn't have just a handsome face. He got grapefruits the size of watermelon. Oh my God, the springboard moonsault by Shane Edwards misses. Tarpley lucky, able to get out of the way of that just in time. As now Irish whip off the rope. Shane now back in control with a beautiful Luthes press. Going to pound that face. Oh, your goodness, he just busted Blake Tarpley open. Blake Tarpley will never work in LA again now, as he is busted wide open by Shane Edwards. And now Shane getting walked right over, but now reverses in a chop block to Mython, as these guys want to hold on to their coveted LSWA Tag Team Championships. But Mython, a champion in his own right on the Raw brand. Nice sidewalk slam by the Python here, going for a cover. And it's quickly broken up by Samuel Edwards. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LSWA's Sunday Morning Slam. This is the LSWA Tag Team Championships are on the line, as now Mython might be going for a big-time jackknife powerbomb. Big-time jackknife powerbomb. Drops Shane Edwards dead center in the ring. 1, 2, and Shane Edwards gets that shoulder right up. As you know, Shane Edwards, sometimes they say has more guts than brains, might not stay down when he should, and is able to kick out of that amazing jackknife powerbomb by Mython the Python. And now, wait a minute, now going to work him over as both handsome snakes. And now, wait a minute now, Shane Edwards using pure aggression and anger to will his way out of that double team maneuver by the handsome snakes. And now, in comes Samuel Edwards, and he crowns his ass, double axe handle right across the arm. And now Samuel Edwards going to try to lock up with one Blake Tarpley. But Tarpley, maybe too strong, still has a lot of stamina, still has a lot of gas left in the tank, if you will. And I appreciate all you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you so much. as you guys don't know what it means that you are willing to hang out with us here on this Saturday, or Sunday, July 27th. I'm going to take a look at the chats later on this. After this match, we'll take a break and look at some of the chats. As now, wait a minute here. Here it comes. Handsome bomb by the boys. Drops down. Samuel Edwards and Tarpley waiting too. And a kick out by Samuel Edwards. Blake was waiting for Shane Edwards to get involved. But Shane knew, maybe we call it brother intuition, knew that his brother was going to kick out there. And Samuel Edwards did just that. Now, wait a minute now. Oh, we thought the Handsome Snakes were going to stay on the offensive here, but Samuel Edwards able to reverse right out of it and tosses him back into his own corner as he now screams and tags in Shane Edwards. Are we about to see what I think we're about to see? There it is! The Edwards brothers nail him with the joint. 1, 2, and Mython the Python kicks out. I can't believe that. I think Shane Edwards is shocked as well as he is now begging Mython the Python to get up as James Lucas, oh, beautiful. It's called, I don't know, it's a springboard. It's a plancha, though. He hit him with a plancha. Irish whip into the ropes, and welcome, James Lucas. Unfortunately, you have lost the Hardcore Championship to one Peter Moline. And right now, you are watching the LSWA Tag Team Championships on the line. As now, look at this. Samuel Edwards, beautiful maneuver, demolition style, axe and smash. Putting down Mython the Python. I know what you're saying. Why does your audio sound like you're an old-timey radio? Well, that's a whole thing. You won't have to go watch back at the beginning, and you'll figure all that out. As now, Samuel Edwards tagging back in Shane as they are now going to go, it looks like, for another. Oh, what a beautiful. That was a slapjack. I'm sorry. That definitely wasn't the joint that they've coined so eloquently. As now, Shane Edwards going to the top rope here. Shane Edwards might be hitting that beautiful elbow drop. Nails it right across the heart of the Python. And Blake Tarpley just in time to break up that count and help maybe secure this tag team victory as they want to walk out of here double champions. And of course, the Edwards brothers are on a quest to prove themselves to all of the LSWA that they belong here in the tag team division. Of course, you can catch Shane Edwards every Saturday over on Same Time Toys as him, Woody Triple Deuce, and Jeff Areno bring you Smokin' Joe's as you get a different kind of take on the toy community and the toy and all the stuff in the toy space. And another Irish whip, but it's reversed by Mython right into his own corner, and Shane smartly fights back out of that with a back elbow, but Shane now trying to come back and cannot as Mython, oh, beautiful neck breaker by Shane Edwards. I mean, I guess that was all just a little distraction for Mython to confuse him so he can nail him with that neck breaker, but no, Mython just too strong for Shane Edwards. James Lucas, that is true now. Peter Moline might be your nemesis. And a big-time flying forearm followed by the nip of the athleticism by Shane Edwards. 1, 2, and it's over with a flying forearm. Is that kid flying forearm loaded? He just leveled Mython. Wait a minute, I'm hearing word from referee Rosa Gurney wait a minute, she's giving me some word here that the glasses of Mython the Python caused a problem here. When Shane Edwards hit that flying forearm, he nailed the glasses on Mython's face and shattered a lens which got into his eye. So we got to keep an eye on this, ladies and gentlemen, as Mython the Python might have suffered a severe injury here tonight. Of course, you don't want to see that happen, but that's what's going to happen when you wrestle with glasses on. Sometimes the gimmicks, they get in the way. And of course, tonight, that was the difference maker for Shane Edwards. As you are seeing here, Mython the Python was in firm control of this match, as he, of course, to me, the more powerful, or the most powerful, if you're going to give a power advantage here, it would have been Mython, because right here, you think it's over with the joint, where they nail him right in the center of the ring, but it still wasn't enough as Mython, I mean, this referee smacking Mython right in the head as she's counting. Jesus Christ, referee. What are you doing? And then this elbow nicely positioned right in the heart of Mython, but Blake Tarpley able to break it up, and it wasn't until he hit that flying forearm to the face of Mython the Python, which sent the glasses into the face of Mython in his eyes. And now, Mython the Python might be, as the doctor's attending to the handsome snakes on the outside. Shane and Sam celebrate in the ring. Now that is 2-0 as your tag team champions against one former tag team champions in the Figure Fight Club, and of course now current tag team champions, the Handsome Snakes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for one Samuel Edwards and Shane Edwards. I'm going to shut that off for a second because it's annoying me. But what a match. Fantastic stuff. Let's move on to the next contest. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. That was a great fucking match. Great job, Shane Edwards and Samuel Edwards. Go back in the back and have yourself a Sam Adams, okay? We are loaded with those. And here we go. Now, the rest of the Figure Fight Club, this just in, if you're just joining us. Bobby the Snake Cobra was at work last week. He hands Tomebone an envelope full of cash. He says, take the night off. I want Yo Joe Jerk. You have a big-time match against Bret the Hitman Hart you should focus on. So Tomebone takes the night off, gives me the night off, Tony Styles, and takes over commentary in the booth last Sunday on Sunday Morning Slam. But in his absence, in my absence, I'm sorry, that's Tony Styles. In my absence, Bobby the Snake Cobra was still at work as he walked over to Triple D, Daredevil Dave, and handed him a contract, an opportunity of a lifetime. Join the Figure Fight Club, and we can get you back to the LSWA No Limits Championship. And I guess in Daredevil Dave's desperation, he decided to join the Figure Fight Club, as he is now their 5th member and will join them here in this match as Ayo Smudge are trying to continue their winning ways to see if they can vie for the LSWA Tag Team Champions, but right now did not want to go into this at a disadvantage, so they put a call out to the locker room and they said, hey boys, is anybody willing to come out with Ayo Smudge against the Figure Fight Club? And you know one man is always up for a challenge. He's always ready for a fight. And that, of course, is our man, Woody Triple Deuce, who stood up and said, let's do it. Let's go to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, you are going to see the Figure Fight Club and Daredevil Dave take on Ayo Smudge and Woody Triple Deuce. Let's go. Should I turn on the old-timey thing again? And bring it back. We're back on the radio here at the Gimmick Factory. If you're joining us on your 10:07 a.m. radio dial, I appreciate you. That just popped in my head. Hey, yo, Smudge, now on the way to the ring. As you can see the cups, and here they come. Hey, yo, Frankie, and Smudge, a.k.a. Smudge_Customs. Of course, you can find Ayo Frankie on his YouTube channel at Ayo Frankie. He's got a podcast every Sunday where he hangs out with some of his buddies from the toy community as well as some of the prominent names in the toy community, as he has them lay back, relax, and have a good time. As you can see, he's having a good time here at the Gimmick Factory. And of course, this tonight, actually, at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, over on Ayo Frankie's channel, he will be being joined by his tag team partner, Ayo Smudge. We hanging out with Ayo Frankie tonight on Ayo Frankie's channel. Of course, you can catch Smudge_Customs on the Instagrams and see how this man is making his way and waves through the toy community, as these gentlemen right now have an opportunity of a lifetime. All they got to do is team up with Woody Triple Deuce to knock off the Figure Fight Club. Now, of course, I'm being told that Daredevil Dave will not be coming out with the Figure Fight Club, as he has to score a pinfall victory. The team has to win, and going forward, he will officially be in the Figure Fight Club. So I guess I'm being told that this is his audition of sorts for the Figure Fight Club. As you can see, Ayo Smudge got the Gimmick Factory partying here, as everybody wants a piece of Ayo Smudge. And here we go. You know who's coming out next. Woody Triple Deuce Ladies and gentlemen, a main staple here at the LSWA as Woody Triple Deuce hits the ring. Rocking out with that pre-roll hoodie that you can still get on the LSWA or on the Legend Series shop, right there in the below the description. That exact color too, as Woody owns, I think, that exact color shirt. I don't know if it's the pre-roll one or if it's the Legend Series one. But Woody Triple Deuce here hanging out as he's firing up this crowd. And they love Woody Triple Deuce. And they are in on this one. As now Woody fired up to team up with Ayo Smudge. Might be a match made in heaven. Of course, you can catch Woody every Saturday on Smokin' Joe's over on Same Time Toys' channel. And now he is ready to do battle with the Figure Fight Club and Daredevil Dave. As I'm being told, Daredevil Dave will be... Oh, wait a minute. Oh! The Figure Fight Club theme plays through the arena. It's just going to play through as Daredevil Dave comes out. As here you see J-Mac making his way to the arena. Of course, you can hear me on your AM radio dial 1050. And Alpha Red now getting behind J-Mac, trying to amp him up some, but I don't think it's going to take much, as J-Mac knows what he's got to do tonight. And Daredevil Dave's audition to join the Figure Fight Club happens right now, as a couple of weeks ago. As you know, Avi the Snake Cobra tried to offer a hell of a lot of money to Woody Triple Deuce to join. But Woody Triple Deuce kindly declined and said, no, I'd rather rock out with the Smokin' Joes or a solo career. But I am not going to dig myself down deep and fight dirty the way you guys do. They didn't take too kindly to that, of course, as they put the boots to Woody Triple Deuce. But Woody would not have any of it, as now you are seeing J-Mac and Alpha Red. They are absolutely amped to be here, as they are excited the fact that Peter Moline was able to secure the LSWA's Hardcore Championship. As I said before, the song will continue to play as Daredevil Dave makes his way out to the ring. The newest member, potentially the newest member of the Figure Fight Club, now makes his way to the ring. That's right, Rowdy Riles. Woody Triple Deuce always reps Legend Series with the merch, as well as a few other people. The Gimmick Factory t-shirts will be coming to that to the same shop in a couple of days, as I will be putting that up. The same shirts that you see Ayo Frankie wearing, the shirt that you see Roll Keeper wearing, that exact shirt will be available for purchase for real people in a couple of days over on the channel, on the shop. You can catch that right there on my page. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. I hope the matches have satiated your appetite, as we are continuing to bring the best in simulated wrestling here, as Daredevil Dave, the potential newest member of the Figure Fight Club, is here, ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a six-man tag team match coming at you live here and in color, as now Ayo Frankie, to start it off with J-Mac, going to toss him in the corner and immediately tag in Smudge. As you know, these two men know each other very well, as they are quickly raising in the ranks here at LSWA's tag team division. And look at the power here by Ayo. Smudge puts J-Mac down face first. Thank you, sir. May I have another? As he is now going to work over the leg of J-Mac. As recently, Ayo Smudge was cut a promo on the WCW side of things, letting people know what was going on with them, as they were able to secure some serious victories on the WCW brand, which is making them honestly rise in the ranks of the WCW tag team division, as well as the Gimmick Factory here. So only time will tell with Ayo Smudge when and where they will capture tag team gold. As if they keep this winning well, beautiful super kick by Ayo Frankie now goes to the top rope here, as J-Mac now just tags in newly acquired Daredevil Dave, But Frankie Stacks ain't going to have any of that as he drops down. Daredevil Dave and Irish whips J-Mac into the corner. And now, beautiful maneuver by A.O. Frankie as he puts down Daredevil Dave with the springboard. Tornado DDT. And now, going to work over here as J-Mac now just trying to get out of the ring as he is not the legal man. But Frankie Stacks seems fired up and ready to fight anybody who's going to cross his path here, as he is still stomping out J-Mac, and that's not good because now Daredevil Dave is able to, look at this, oh, beautiful drop kick by Daredevil Dave, puts down Ayo Frankie. But now Ayo Frankie fights back, and Justin Booth with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. I'm a man of my word. If I retain my championship against Paulie Pepperjack, I will give Daredevil Dave his rematch next week. Ladies and gentlemen, this just comes across the desk here as Justin Booth now saying he's a man of his word, and if he can retain his championship against Paulie Pepperjack, he will fight Daredevil Dave next week. The question is, will there be a special stipulation match? As you can tell, Daredevil Dave and Justin Booth, there is no love lost there, as Justin Booth didn't take too kindly to Daredevil Dave taking the LSWA No Limits Championship in that Elimination Chamber match. That's why when Justin Booth said one-on-one will be a different story, and it definitely was a different story, as last week Justin Booth recaptured his No Limits Championship via submission, and now has to fight Paulie Pepperjack, the Italian powerhouse. Beautiful maneuver by Daredevil Dave, puts down Woody Triple Deuce. Now I have seen Woody Triple Deuce at the Gimmick Factory as of late, training, clanging and banging, as they say, trying to get himself into better, maybe in a better physical shape. And a big time back body drop by J-Mac, as now Woody might be in some serious trouble. Here is J-Mac with the Mafia kick right to the face of Woody Triple Deuce. And Woody now goes and gets the ropes for some help. Needs the ropes for support to help himself back up to his feet. And J-Mac just waiting there, stalking his prey. Ready now. Oh, look at this now. Oh, no, we're about to get a back suplex here on the apron. As you know, no give. Jesus, that's gonna hurt the spine. I don't care who you are. Woody Triple Deuce might be in some serious trouble as Ayo Frankie and Smudge can do nothing but look on. And now, wait a minute, J-Mac maybe giving Frankie his receipt as he's about to nail him with a pump handle slam, but a maneuver by J-Mac as he just drops Ayo Frankie. But I think maybe Ayo Frankie sacrificing himself to save Woody so that Woody wouldn't get nailed with that and get pinned, you know, because like I said, you get hit with a maneuver like that, that's going to be a 1-2-3. As now J-Mac busy placating to this LSWA crowd instead of focusing on Woody Triple Deuce, and Woody gets the tag to Smudge. And Smudge now back in the ring, who's going to tag in Ayo Frankie. Brilliant tag team maneuvers here as they are going to keep the fresh man in. Beautiful jumping DDT by Ayo Frankie, or Frankie Stacks as he is known here at the LSWA. And now J-Mac Irish, wait a minute, now our first tag team maneuver between Ayo Frankie and Woody Triple Deuce here. Beautiful. You might think they might have been a tag team for quite some time. As now I'm getting another note across my desk from Rowdy Riles. I will not stop until the LSWA women's title is locked up in a safe neck of the WCW Nitro's women's belt. Jesus, she wants both belts. She wants everybody to call her Riley Two Belts. And that could potentially happen, as she did score a big-time victory even after Kitsune tried to distract her. And look at the power by Woody Triple Deuce putting J-Mac down with a nice neck breaker as J-Mac tries to crawl to his tag team corner here, but Woody cut him off at the pass, and Woody smartly staying on top of the big man here. As if J-Mac gets a tag to the fresh man, Woody might have to, fight a little harder here. As now tagging back in Frankie Stacks, now really working over J-Mac here in their corner. Smart tag team wrestling. Look at that now, Smudge getting in on the action as Smudge fired a shot at J-Mac, and now J-Mac smartly throwing him into the neutral corner here, away from Smudge and Woody Triple Deuce. That's okay, don't worry. I got it. You will be. She wants to be Riley Two Belts, walk around with a new tag team partner, Rhea Ripley, and let everybody know that it's not going to matter who you are when the Terror Twins come to your town. It's an automatic loss, so you better deal with it. As wait a minute now, Frankie Stack is in the tree of woe. As now J-Mac looking now, screaming to the heavens. And what a beautiful, beautiful reversal by Frankie Stacks, using his foot to kick J-Mac right in the head. And now, wait a minute, collides with referee John Steele. Do not want to knock out the ref here, Frankie. As now, booed, oh, what a sit-out power bomb by Frankie Stacks. And now, look at that, Frankie trying to play to the crowd, but no. Alpha Red now in the ring. Their resident high flyer of the Figure Fight Club right next to Daredevil Dave now. But here's the question I have for you, as now, what a beautiful inverted TKO neck breaker. On to Frankie Stacks. The question is now, with Alpha Red being in WCW, with Daredevil Dave and Daredevil Dave now being in the Figure Fight Club with Alpha Red, what happens if they have to fight one-on-one for the Cruiserweight Championship? That's the question we got to ask ourselves here. As now Alpha Red go for a cover, but Woody Triple Deuce quickly. As we know, the quickest guy in this ring might be Woody Triple Deuce. Says, wait a minute now, Alpha Red just attacks the referee in frustration. What the hell was that about? The Figure Fight Club resorting to dirty tactics as always. And now, Frankie Stacks just dropping down. Alpha Red just trying to buy some time, but it's not going to matter because there's no referee to make the tags legal. As now Alpha Red and Frankie Stacks just fighting it out here. And we thank you all for hanging out with us here on this Sunday afternoon, on Sunday Afternoon Slam. Still got a couple of matches here, a couple championship matches as well. You just seen another tag team maneuver by Frankie and Woody. Of course, we have now I think up next is the LSWA No Limits Championship as Paulie Pepperjack takes on Justin Booth, the Saponi Werewolf. And then, of course, in your main event, in a Hell in the Cell, Abby the Snake Cobra battles it out with one Yo Joe Jerk, the LSWA Gimmick Factory Championship, as now Woody Triple Deuce putting it on Alpha Red, trying to make sure that he could secure the team of victory here, as now Frankie Stacks has been fired up since they've come out into this arena. He is into this, as now Woody Triple Deuce going to focus his attention on J-Mac. Maybe didn't like what J-Mac was talking on the apron there, and just hauled off and punched him right in the face. And wait a minute, Alpha Red displaying some serious power, but Woody able to get the tag to Frankie Stacks, who now levels Alpha Red down with a beautiful clothesline maneuver. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us here at the LSWA Sunday Morning Slam. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Share the stream. Let everybody know that we're live. The wrestling action is here. You can catch it just like you used to be able to catch WWF Superstars. That's why I did it at this time. So please let everybody know that this is the place to be on Saturday afternoons or Sunday. Oh, Sunday. I keep saying Saturday. On Sunday mornings or Sunday afternoons, depending on where you are. And beautiful maneuver by Alpha Red. He puts down Frankie Stacks, goes for a cover. Woody just breaks it up in time as Alpha Red nailed that big-time maneuver there. I believe he's calling that Code Red. And he dropped Frankie Stacks face first on the apron, on the canvas, as now J-Mac back in the ring here in double axe handle right to the arm of Frankie Stacks here. The Figure Fight Club. Nice DDT by Frankie Stacks. Trying to buy some time here as he goes for the tope and misses. Got that damn baby oil on the ropes. I've been complaining about it since LSWA's inception. And here we go. Going for that big-time maneuver that he hit Frankie with on the outside. J-Mac now tags in Daredevil Dave and says, finish this off if you want to be a part of this team. And in comes Woody Triple Deuce. Now Woody with a big-time knee to Daredevil Dave. And Daredevil Dave just going to use those ropes to his advantage and does just that and drops Woody just in time to buy himself some time. As now he's going to take the fight to Woody Triple Deuce now and lock in Woody in the Rings of Saturn here. He's got Woody in the Rings of Saturn, but Woody fighting back. And Woody able to break that hold and get back up to his feet here. As now Woody Triple Deuce slams Daredevil Dave down and tags in Smudge of Smudge Customs. But Daredevil Dave Look at the power by Daredevil Dave, able to pick up Smudge, but Smudge cuts him off at the knees, literally, pun intended, as now gets the tag to J-Mac. J-Mac said, "Give me the tag, you dummy," as now Daredevil Dave not too pleased with some of the words that is being exchanged by the Figure Fight Club right now, yelling at him, and oh my goodness, Smudge just tossed Daredevil Dave out of the ring. Maybe Daredevil Dave might be regretting joining the Figure Fight Club as J-Mac drops down Smudge with a Scorpion Death Drop. Ladies and gentlemen, here, wait a minute, J-Mac now has him. There it is, smooth sailing, the big-time slapjack. J-Mac gonna one, and Frankie Stacks, of course, breaking it up, coming to the aid of his friend and tag team partner, Smudge. Now Frankie Stacks and Woody Triple Deuce watching on as now, wait a minute, here he comes, the big-time double choke slam by, oh my goodness, Woody Triple Deuce breaking that up. J-Mac thought that was going to be it, and now J-Mac visibly frustrated and angry with the corner of Ayo Frankie, and Woody Triple Deuce says, now, wait a minute, he's going to do it again. A second one. He just hit him with a second one. This might do it right here. 1, 2, and wait a minute, Smudge get his shoulder up, and J-Mac is in complete disbelief. Cannot believe it, as now he is furious with Smudge, and Smudge reverses it. Smudge fighting back with everything he has, as he now walks him out of the corner and puts him right into his corner. J-Mac did not expect this, and look at this, back into his corner. J-Mac did not expect the power game of Smudge Customs to come into play, and here it is as he's going to tag in Frankie Stacks now. We might be seeing their finishing maneuver here. Here we go. Frankie and Smudge, they call this the Smudge Out. Beautiful maneuver by Frankie and Smudge, as now Frankie drops Daredevil Dave for good measure and goes for a cover here. 1, 2, and just broken up by Alpha Red, now screaming at J-Mac. That should have done it right there, and I thought it was going to do it, as Frankie had him right where he wanted him. And now Frankie going to Irish whip him into that corner again. Going to tag back in Smudge now, going back at it. And wait a minute, are they going to do a reverse Smudge Out right now? Frankie going to show the power that he possesses, walking Smudge right out at Smudge right on top of J-Mac. That's got to knock all the air out of him as Daredevil Dave is going to break up the count. But you got to ask yourself a question here. Is J-Mac's ribs, have they been broken? What is going on with J-Mac right now as he has taken 2 of those Smudge Outs, one from Frankie, one from Smudge himself, and big-time lariat by J-Mac. Clearly a desperation maneuver as he walks back over and tags in Daredevil Dave. Now frustration clearly setting in on the Figure Fight Club as Daredevil Dave going to use his quickness and speed to put down Smudge. But wait, that's a 2 count. We thought that was 3 as Ayo Frankie was kicking Daredevil Dave, and we believe we call that a no-sell, as Daredevil Dave was trying to get the cover, but Smudge luckily able to kick out at that 2 3/4, as Smudge now working over the big redwood's trunk, if you will, trying to cut the tree down right from the roots as he works over those legs. And now what a maneuver there. Nice arm drag takedown from the top rope, and a nice, beautiful standing shooting star press from Daredevil Dave, as Daredevil Dave now trying to secure this win for the Figure Fight Club, making them 2-0, and then hopefully in the main event going for the clean sweep here. But Smudge has some different things to say about that with the big-time shoulder breaker. And now is going to tag in Woody Triple Deuce. Woody Triple Deuce antsy to get back into this ring to see some action as he's going right after Daredevil Dave. But wait a minute, Alpha Red punches him right in the face. And now that's the distraction that Daredevil Dave needed to put down Woody Triple Deuce, as now Woody gets Irish whipped into those ropes. But Woody fights back with everything he's got. Woody trying to fight back, but Daredevil Dave able to cut him off before Woody got some momentum there. And now tied up into the ropes is Woody Triple Deuce, as Daredevil Dave now resorting to dirty tactics, courtesy of the Figure Fight Club. As now Daredevil Dave Irish whips Woody off the ropes there. Woody now collides with Daredevil Dave. Meeting of the minds, if you will. And Daredevil Dave smashes Woody into that turnbuckle. Now at the top rope is Woody. Woody in no man's land as Daredevil Dave setting him up for something. We don't know what Daredevil Dave's got planned here. Is he going to go for that spat? What a maneuver by Daredevil Dave! Standing Frankensteiner off the top rope, or Huracan Rana. What a maneuver, what a match you are seeing. This six-man tag team action. Figure Fight Club, AO Smudge and Woody Triple Deuce. And look at this now. Shoulder tackle by J-Mac. As he now tries to go for a splash, but Woody reverses the splash. And Woody with a big-time knee to the face. Might have broken J-Mac's nose there. And tags in AO Frankie. As now AO Frankie in the ring here. Ready to do battle. Gonna take J-Mac now, Irish whip into the ropes there, into the corner. What is, oh no, J-Mac fights back now. And a big time super kick by J-Mac puts down Ayo Frankie, begging Frankie to get back up to his feet. And a double axe handle crowns his ass and walks back over and tags in Daredevil Dave and said, now it's time to finish this. Join us, become a member of the club, and now Daredevil Dave is taking all that into consideration. Here is he nails Frankie with that big-time kick and goes for a cover. Smudge, you better break this up, and does just that. As I believe that big-time kick from Daredevil Dave made the difference, and Smudge not only broke the count up, but took out referee John Steele in the process. As now, this might be the consideration for match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It's Daredevil Dave now, single leg DDT on the Ayo Frankie. As now Alpha Red back in the ring here. As you know, Hobby the Snake. Whoa, beautiful elbow drop by Alpha Red. Gonna go for a cover here and broken up by Woody Triple Deuce, who has now clearly had his problems with the Figure Fight Club here at the Gimmick Factory after they tried to get him to join. And he immediately declined in a big-time maneuver. This might do it right here. This might do it. 1, 2, and a kick out by Ayo Frankie at 1, and Alpha Red cannot believe it. He is furious, yelling at John Steele, get your shit together, ref. And John Steele administering a warning there to the Figure Fight Club. Don't talk to him like that. As now J-Mac back in the ring here. J-Mac now going to try fall away slam. Throws Frankie into the ropes there as he dumps Ayo Frankie down. And now he might be going for his big time maneuver, but Frankie's reversing out of it. Back elbows. It drops him down. An Irish whip smartly into the corner as he tags in Woody Triple Deuce now. Double Irish whip now. Big time hip toss. Double hip toss from Woody Triple Deuce and Ayo Frankie to put J-Mac down. What a match you are seeing on Sunday Morning Slam. What an entire event, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, big time DDT on the apron. Busts J-Mac wide open as we have already seen a couple of titles change hands. Of course, we've seen the tag team champions retain their titles. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have 2 more championship matches after this as wait a minute, Woody Triple Deuce. Really beautiful Death Valley driver on the concrete. As Woody now going to get back in the ring here. He doesn't care if he wins via countout. As the ref is up to 7 now. And now Woody Triple Deuce tags in Smudge. As now Smudge is waiting. They are at 9. J-Mac just gets back in the ring in time. We thought it was over, but Smudge now gonna drop him with a stun gun right across the turnbuckle. With J-Mac now fighting, I think out of pure desperation, just threw his foot up and was able to connect it. And a big time lariat again onto Smudge. Definitely get the fresh man in Daredevil Dave back in. J-Mac, I think, has taken the most punishment here out of everyone. As a double stomp to the arm, Daredevil Dave trying to secure this victory. He wants to become a full-fledged member of the Figure Fight Club. And he's going to have to secure the victory here to do so, as he is now in firm control of Smudge. Now look at this. Look at the athleticism, the agility here. Beautiful DDT by Daredevil Dave, who is now in the stalking position, waiting for his prey to get up, and he drops Smudge with that kick right to the face, going for a cover. In comes Woody, and Woody breaks it up just in time. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been so many near falls here as Daredevil Dave tries to go for what looked like a senton, but didn't get all of it. Now tags in Alpha Red. Now the Figure Fight Club seem to be in firm control as Smudge, wait a minute now, Smudge throws his foot up and connects it in a kick. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match you are watching here tonight at LSWA's Sunday Morning Slam, as Woody now back in the ring representing AO Smudge. Oh, wait a minute. Beautiful Shining Wizard. He calls that the Bonk Smasher. He calls it the Bonk Smasher, and Daredevil Dave just breaks it up in time. As you are seeing, really good tag team wrestling here, as these guys continue to keep the fresh man in. And wait a minute, what a mistake there by A.O. Frankie, trying to talk smack. And Daredevil Dave wasn't going to have any of that. As now, wait a minute here. Frankie's got him up in a nice power bomb maneuver, drops him down, probably knocks all the air out of Alpha Red as he rolls to the outside and catch a breather. But Frankie right after him. Was Frankie going to do it again on the outside? But no, Alpha Red reverses it. And of course, there is no pinfall on the outside here, as this is a regular tag team match. As now, nice Russian leg sweep on the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. If you're just coming in on the stream, you are watching the six-man tag between A.O. Smudge, Woody Triple Deuce, the Figure Fight Club, and newly acquired member Daredevil Dave, who will now be in the ranks of the Figure Fight Club. Of course, this is an audition of sorts. They said that he needs to score a pinfall victory, but I think right now he has proven himself worthy of the Figure Fight Club moniker, as he has stayed in control and he has helped this team to stay in control. Look at this beautiful drop kick right in the corner, drops Frankie down, as he is now going for what looks like to hyperextend the elbow and shoulder. Standing moonsault. Frankie might be in trouble here, as Daredevil Dave now goes to the top rope, second rope, frog splash, and Woody sees it coming, and Woody breaks it up. Woody now not taken too kindly to the recruitment of Daredevil Dave, not impressed at all with the Figure Fight Club's methods as of late. Of course, like I said before, Obby the Snake Cobra procuring the Gimmick Factory Championship by basically paying for it. And now Frankie slaps the leg drop right out of the way. And now, trying to get an offensive maneuver here, punches Daredevil Dave right in the horns, as he now tags back in Woody Triple Deuce, who Woody wants to get the hell out of here, maybe smoke a J. Might be too long since Woody has smoking his last joint. He wants to get back out there to smoke another one already, as he's now taking it to Daredevil Dave. Daredevil Dave better be careful. He gets keep smashing into those turnbuckle pads. He might come back up and be missing a horn or two. As now Woody, we're going to resort to dirty tact. I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander. As now Woody resorting to a couple of dirty maneuvers here on Daredevil Dave to see how the Figure Fight Club likes it. And beautiful super kick by Woody Triple Deuce puts down Daredevil Dave, and now tags back in the big fella, Smudge, back in the ring now, as Smudge gonna take it to Daredevil Dave. Irish whip into the corner here, and wait a minute, in comes A.O. Frankie. Double axe handle to the swole of the back, puts down Daredevil Dave. Triple D might be on the recipient, it might be on the receiving end here, but a big time loss. He is busted open now in, oh, wait a minute now, I think Frankie I thought Frankie was going to go to the top rope for that big time frog splash. 1, 2, and Daredevil Dave kicks out at 2.5. As now, hey, yo, Frankie does it again here. Look at this, he's placating to this the Figure Fight Club. And beautiful blockbuster maneuver as he was screaming obscenities at J-Mac. Wait a minute now, is Hey Yo Frankie gonna do what I think he's about to do? Frog splash off the second rope, going for a cover here. 1, 2, and now, oh my goodness, Daredevil Dave able to get his shoulder up just as Alpha Red was gonna try to break it up, and Frankie cannot believe it. And it looks now like J-Mac and Alpharette are highly impressed with Daredevil Dave. As Daredevil Dave hits him with a nice fisherman buster and drops down Frankie. And now Alpharette here to pick the bones of Ayo Frankie. Is he going to drag him into the center of the ring here now and wait as Frankie, dazed and confused, getting back up to his feet slowly. An Irish whip off the ropes here, and wait a minute, nice power slam by Alpha Red, who is now going to go for what looks like a tag team maneuver, throwing him into no man's land. Frankie is in a space he does not want to be in right now. Double axe handle again to the arm of Ayo Frankie, and a big time kick right to the face here. And oh wait, we might be seeing that power slam for a third time. Drops Ayo Frankie down with that pump handle slam. But Ayo Frankie smartly rolls to the ropes. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody for watching this right now. And big time punch drops Frankie Stacks to the outside. And Frankie quickly gets back in the ring. Wait a minute now. J-Mac puts him down, but Woody immediately back in the ring, not allowing J-Mac to secure the victory here. As now J-Mac gonna drop him in that smooth sailing, that flapjack maneuver, and a big time elbow drop right to the chest, as he is now gonna wait for what I assume is gonna be that double choke slam maneuver, and here it comes right here. Good night, Irene. One, and Smudge now breaks the count up. Ladies and gentlemen, what are these guys gonna have to do to keep down their opponent here at LSWA Sunday Morning Slam? Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and a big time splash by J-Mac. As now J-Mac gonna try wrenching the head and neck of Frankie Stacks. Frankie bleeding, busted wide open, exhausted and tired. I mean, hell, if I was beaten up like Frankie Stacks right now, I would have tapped right now just like he is, and he might tap again as J-Mac wrenching that hole deep, and it is over. Frankie Stacks is tapping. J-Mac wrenched in deep. That chokehold, and he basically took all the air out of Frankie Stacks. Ladies and gentlemen, what a six-man tag match as the Figure Fight Club is your winners. And now, officially, as look at this beautiful tornado DDT by Frankie Stacks. I really thought that Frankie and Smudge were going to continue their winning ways. And let me tell you something, even though they were the losers here today, they're still winners to me, because these guys have put it all on the line, like you're seeing right here from Woody Triple Deuce. These guys are the best the LSWA has, and we are proud that they are wrestling for us here. As you can see, Daredevil Dave here with this agility. If that wasn't enough to impress Abby the Snake and the rest of Figure Fight Club, I truly don't know what will. As I thought this was it right here when Frankie Stacks had him, but the resiliency, as you can see, Daredevil Dave kicks out at that 2 3/4, and it was this chokehold that Frankie Stacks couldn't take anymore. As Alpha Red sends a member chat, don't mess with the Figure Fight Club. As Daredevil Dave, Alpha Red, and J-Mac secure the victory, and they have officially now, as you can see here, he is officially a part of the Figure Fight Club. Daredevil Dave is there to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match. As the Figure Fight Club 2-0, will they go for the clean sweep in the main event when Abby the Snake Cobra takes on Yojo Jerk in the confines of the Hell in the Cell. But of course, that is the main event. We have a pre-main event, your undercard, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has been on fire since he's come to LSWA. The Saponi Werewolf, Justin Booth, has headed over to Japan on the storyline-based content and procured himself the Pro Wrestling Japan Never Openweight Championship. He is currently in the Monday Night Raw Cruiserweight Title Championship tournament, and now he is the LSWA No Limits Champion. Tonight, he defends his championship, his coveted crown, against one Paulie Pepperjack, leader of the family, and of course, the man who makes all the sausage and peppers. Let's take it to the arena now. Oh, I'm sorry, come back to me. Let's take it to the arena now, where Justin Booth and the Saponi Werewolf will do battle. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who's coming out first. I think it's Paulie Pepperjack. As the ring announcer lets everybody know what's on the line here. The LSWA No Limits Championship. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Sound off in the comments below if you're having a good time. As you know who that is, Paulie Pepperjack headed to the ring now. Opportunity finally to achieve some gold here. As Paulie gonna walk to the ring there, a man ready to go. As you can see, slowly walking to the ring, a man with purpose. Paulie Pepperjack happy to be here, happy to compete for the LSWA No Limits Championship. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Of course, if you are joining me on your AM radio dial 1050, we apologize. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning of this program with some cracking audio. So we had to go to the old school analog ways. But we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. If you're coming in late, please catch the replay where you can see everything that went down earlier today. If you got to leave, please make sure you catch the replay for the main event. As Paulie Pepperjack is in the ring now and is going to await the Saponi Werewolf, Justin Booth, headed to the ring, your current reigning and defending LSWA No Limits champion. Of course, your current reigning, defending, never open weight champion for Pro Wrestling Japan, but he left that belt at home as he is here now with the LSWA Championship, the LSWA No Limits Championship. The Justin Booth, the Saponi Werewolf in the house. This crowd going bananas for this young man as he is ready to do battle with Paulie Pepperjack. It's clobbering time for sure as Justin Booth heads to the ring. Your current reigning and defending champion. I mean, let me tell you, all the champions that have been here tonight, they have nothing to be ashamed of that they lost their championships. And anybody who has retained their championships, a tip of the cap to you as well, as you are able to fight off all this hungry competition that comes your way every Sunday morning when Legend Series brings you LSWA's Sunday Morning Slam. Again, I thank everybody for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. And of course, Justin Booth, your two-time LSWA No Limits champion. As he is here, ladies and gentlemen, this crowd, this LSWA faithful, they love him. They know they're ready for a treat. They're ready for a serious fight that's going to go down tonight between him and Paulie Pepperjack, the LSWA No Limits Championship. And of course, in your main event, Yojo Jerk wants some retribution as he takes on Abby the Snake Cobra for the Gimmick Factory Championship in the confines of a Hell in the Cell. But that is then, this is now. Let's get to the big match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing in at 243 pounds, Italian Stallion Paul. And his opponent from Jackson, Mississippi, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Action Champion,
Justin Booth fired up to be here, ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pre-main event for this Sunday Morning Slam. Justin Booth No Limits Championship on the line against Paulie Pepperjack, the King of Queens, the King of the Streets, the King of the Sausage and Peppers. He knows what's on the line. And ladies and gentlemen, can we just take a second to, again, sound off in the comments below about how great the LSWA Championships look. The LSWA titles are fantastic. And here we go. The bell is rung, and Paulie Pepperjack come out right out of the box. As you know, the No Limits Championship is not about weight limits, it's about no limits. So anything can happen. There is no such thing as a weight division. It is just about putting it all on the line and fighting with everything you have, and there ain't nobody who represents that more than the Saponi Werewolf, Justin Booth. As now the referee breaks that up, and Paulie Pepperjack lacks back up here. We get some scientific wrestling here as they are in a deep collar and elbow tie-up right now. As you can see. Oh, wait a minute now. Dan Alton saying, let's go Paulie Pepperjack. As Paulie working him over with that arm bar, that wrist lock, wrenching the arm of Justin Booth. Now Justin trying to fight back out of it. As you know, Justin, no stranger to this kind of work, as he was in Japan for a couple of weeks on the tour. And now tripped up by Paulie Pepperjack. Paulie Pepperjack stayed behind here in the States, stayed on the WCW side of things, and earned a shot at the United States Championship, apparently, coming up at, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't him. I'm sorry, that wasn't him. That was somebody, I think it was Rollkeeper. Jesus Christ. I think it was. I'm not sure. You'll see that this week on the storyline-based content. That's now. This is now. Well, that's then. This is now. And Justin Booth now walking Paulie Pepperjack back into the corner again as the referee going to break this up again. As these two men now evenly matched, might be an understatement here. As Justin used a little bit of dirty tactics there, working over the arm of Paulie Pepperjack. Big time clothesline into the corner there, puts down Pepperjack and goes for a cover quickly, tries to get out of here early. One. And a kick out at one by Paulie Pepperjack. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep down the king of the streets here, Paulie. As now, Justin now, wait a minute, reversal DDT by Paulie Pepperjack. Finally gets some offensive maneuvers here. Nice drop kick by Justin Booth, who quickly cuts Paulie off after that DDT. Wanted to make sure that he was not going to give Pepperjack the advantage at any point here. Look at this now. Beautiful maneuver by Justin Booth. Springboards to the top rope. And then flies off with a flying forearm. And now trying to lock in the Fujiwara armbar. But no, as Paulie right back up to his feet as listen, there's no secret here. If it's going to come down to a striking game, Paulie Pepperjack will definitely be the victor there. But now, Justin Booth's going to have to rely on scientifics and speed in order to beat Paulie Pepperjack, as Paulie Pepperjack is just going to rely, as you can see right there, on brute force and blunt force trauma. As now, Justin Booth going to work over the leg of Paulie Pepperjack and goes for another cover quickly here. I don't think this will do it, but 1, 2, and Paulie Pepperjack kicks out at 2. As now, Justin Booth trying to stay on top of Paulie Pepperjack, trying to make sure that he's going to get out of here as the LSWA champion. Look at this now, hammer lock, inverted DDT. That'll do you in twofold. It'll mess up your arm and shoulder as well as give you a concussion. But Paulie Pepperjack, as you know, the Italians, they got heads like coconuts. A nice drop kick by Justin Booth, who puts down Paulie. And now Paulie's not going to have any of that. Quickly back on the offensive. Beautiful over the head. Belly-to-belly suplex. Drops Justin Booth. I don't think Justin Booth had an answer for that suplex as he gets the Mafia kick right to his face for his troubles. 1. And a kick out at 1 as Justin Booth will not be denied. He is going to try everything in his power to retain his championship. But like I said, if it's going to come down to a striking game, the game belongs to Paulie as Paulie now puts down Justin Booth. As you know, Paulie Pepperjack, an amateur wrestler at Padrentro University in Naples, Italy. Beautiful maneuver there by Paulie Pepperjack. Goes for cover 1, 2, and Justin Booth 2.5. Paulie Pepperjack can't believe it. He thought that was going to do it. He thought he was going to walk out of here with the championship. As now, big time slammer, jammer, ding dong, right down to the canvas. 1, 2, and a kick out again. Paulie Pepperjack can't believe it. He thought that was going to do it. But Justin Booth fights back with everything he has. As now Paulie going for it again. Got a maneuver by Paulie Pepperjack. that forget about it suplex halfway in the air, just let him fall. And now begging him to get back up to his feet. As Justin Booth now back up to his feet. A big-time clothesline by Paulie Pepperjack. Trying to get Justin Booth up to his feet here. Does not want Justin Booth to get out of that ring. Look at this now. Drags him back in the hard way. Club to the back. Drops him face first on the canvas. Paulie Pepperjack giving Justin Booth. Oh, wait a minute. Justin Booth able to use a little bit of that scientifics with a nice arm wrench, a face buster right there onto the canvas. And now back in control is Justin Booth. But Paulie Pepperjack might be smelling the marinara sauce here in the arena, being fired up here as he is just throwing haymakers. But Justin Booth, Bloody Sunday. Justin Booth with the Bloody Sunday on Sunday Morning Slam. 1, 2. And Paulie Pepperjack kicks out, and Justin Booth knows it's going to take a little bit more than that to put down the big fella here. And nice knee drop by Justin Booth right to the face of Paulie Pepperjack, who is now dazed, confused, and busted open. Getting up to his feet slowly, as now, what a kicking maneuver. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Justin Booth, music has just hit. What the hell is this? And it is Tony D'Angelo of the family. Oh, how you do? It's Tony D'Ange. Get the hell out of our way. It's our time now. That's what he's screaming at Justin Booth, as Paulie Pepperjack going to use that to his advantage with the schoolboy. 1, 2. And a kick out by Justin Booth just in time. The distraction provided by Tony D'Angelo. Not enough as Paulie puts him down with that big-time spine buster. Here we go. 1, 2. And another kick out by Justin Booth. Paulie Pepperjack can't believe it, as Paulie's now waiting for Justin to get back up to his feet, and now he's going to walk him over to the corner and slam his head off the turnbuckle. And now going to work him over here. Slams him again right off that turnbuckle pad. JMK Custom Works. Of course, you can catch JMK every Wednesday with Tony. Legend Series that they provide. 2 Silly Gooses. And, of course, every Thursday with Figure It Out with one Zakanin, the albino cobra. Of course, you can catch that on JMK Custom Works YouTube channel as well as his Instagram. As Paulie Pepperjack right now trying to claim the gold for JMK Custom Works. And now, nice chop block by Justin Booth. Puts him down here. And a kick out by Paulie Pepperjack, using that strength to put down Justin Booth here. Wait a minute now. Nice overhead. Northern Light suplex, going to put it now into that beautiful fisherman neck breaker. He puts him down. This could do it for Justin Booth, as Paulie Pepperjack is in firm control here. Paulie, down he goes with the spine buster for the 3rd time. 1, 2, and a kick out again by Justin Booth. Paulie Pepperjack is in complete shock right now. He cannot believe this, as he is now going to the 2nd rope here, and a shoulder block, but Justin saw it coming and was able to get out of the way. But Paulie Pepperjack now, that Italian anger boiling up in him, and another spine buster. He is furious right now. Could this do it? 1, 2. Your new No Limits champion, Paulie Pepperjack, scores the victory. Let's go to the replay. Justin Booth completely, I guess, screwed over by Tony D'Angelo and Paulie Pepperjack's family, who was able to provide the distraction so that Paulie could secure the victory here. And of course, Justin Booth made a proclamation that he would defend his championship if he retained it against Daredevil Dave. But now there's a new sheriff in town. There is a new champion, and he is the King of Queens, the King of the Streets, the Lord of the Sausage and Peppers. Beautiful Bloody Sunday there by Justin Booth, but it wasn't enough. As you can see here, the kick out by Paulie Pepperjack. What a match, ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen. Even that there, I thought that was it with the kick, but right here, Tony D'Angelo coming out to provide the distraction for his guy, Paulie Pepperjack. And it's this right here. It was 4 of those maneuvers, 4 spine busters. that would put down Justin Booth. It was right here, off the ropes, the super duper spine buster. The meatballs with the marinara. And you can count to 100 there at that point. Your new winner and LSWA No Limits champion, Paulie Pepperjack, is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations are in order for the kid as he is celebrating his championship. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Instant classic. Congratulations are in order to Paulie Pepperjack. Congratulations to Justin Booth, who is still in the record books a two-time LSWA No Limits champion. And of course, he is still in line. He is still in line for the Monday Night Raw WWF Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, Triple D Daredevil Dave with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Pepperjack, I'm coming to turn you into Swiss cheese. He said you smell like mozzarella, but when I'm done with you, you're gonna smell like Gouda. And that's the bottom line, and I promise you that. As the big, bold words from one Daredevil Dave. And ladies and gentlemen, we got our main event. Do you got one more match in you? Do you got time for one more? Yo Joe Jerk wants some retribution as he wants to take back the Gimmick Factory Championship, which he felt that he was screwed out of last week when Abi the Snake Cobra set up a contingency plan, if you will, after paying off Tomebone and saying, take the night off, Tomebone, you look a little bit tired. Of course, Tomebone happily obliged, took the money and ran, as Abi the Snake found himself in line to fight Yo Joe Jerk for the LSWA Gimmick Factory Championship, but then on top of that, then stacked the deck against Jerk and made it a Bloodline rules match where the Figure Fight Club could get involved, but Jerk, when nobody knows, or maybe Abi didn't know, the rest of us know, Abi didn't know, Jerk had some friends in some high places. As of course, the Roll Keeper, Justin Booth, and somebody else, I forgot who else, came out to help Yo Joe Jerk to make sure that the odds were even, but it wasn't enough. As of course, Abi the Snake Cobra was able to procure the pinfall victory over Yo Joe Jerk and get out of there with the LSWA Gimmick Factory Championship. The immediately rematch clause was invoked by Jerk, and he said, I want it in a Hell in the Cell. I don't care how you have to make that happen. I want Hell in the Cell. And Hell in the Cell is what this young man will receive, as he is now going to go one-on-one with Abi the Snake Cobra in a Hell in the Cell. As here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Hell in the Cell right there. As I was just sitting there stalling while the ring crew set up the cage above the ring. You know, it'd be cool if when you pick a Hell in the Cell in an event, it stays like that the whole show. That'd be cool. WWE 2K, if you're watching. That should definitely be how it is. But anyway. And here we go. Yo Joe Jerk about to enter the arena. Hell in the Cell. One-on-one. And here he comes. Some say the most accurate depiction of any member of the toy community so far. As the fireworks go off here in the arena. Yo Joe Jerk's in the house, making his way to the arena, fighting to gain back his Gimmick Factory Championship that he feels that he was rightfully screwed out of. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, he's not wrong, as he is now officially involved in a rivalry with the Figure Fight Club and Abi the Snake Cobra for the Gimmick Factory Championship. And he is hyped up and ready to be here is Yo Joe Jerk. But of course, in order to cure his anticipation, we have to bring out his opponent, and you know who that is. It is your current LSWA Gimmick Factory Champion, Abi the Snake Cobra. And look at this now. Abby the Snake Cobra doesn't look too thrilled. Like another day at the office that he doesn't even want to be at. As he slowly makes his way to the ring here. Abby the Snake Cobra not impressed at all with the LSWA crowd here. As he is snickering at some of these children in the crowd and some of these grown folks. Not impressed at all. And this crowd has given it to him. They are not impressed with him at all. As he slowly makes his way to the ring, as he looks up and sees what's about to come down around him. The Hell in the Cell. A calm hush has fallen over Abby the Snake Cobra as he knows what the hell's about to take place right now in about a second or two. And there you go, the LSWA Gimmick Factory Championship. This is what it's all about. Let's go to the big match introductions.
Introducing the challenger. From Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 239 pounds, Joe! And his opponent, from Raleigh, North Carolina, weighing in at 277 pounds, the Action Champion, the Snake.
And there you have it, the big match introductions. Abby the Snake seems calm, cool, and collected. He seems pretty confident, to be quite honest with you, even though he has resorted to dirty tactics since winning the championship way back when he got it the first time. Abby the Snake Cobra loves to play the numbers game, but Yojo Jerk is a man possessed. He's a man focused on regaining what he feels he was screwed out of. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a $2 super chat from Justin Booth who says he wants the winner of this match next week. And that could happen for sure. I mean, Justin Booth has proven himself to be a worthy champion, so we would definitely be proud to have him rep the Gimmick Factory Championship. But first, we have to see if Abby the Snake and Jerk can survive the Hell in the Cell before they even consider thinking about someone the likes of Justin Booth, who will take them to their absolute limit for sure. As Jerk now taking the fight to the outside, furious with Abby the Snake, going to basically maybe use the cell. And beautiful super kick drops Abby right on the steel stairs, face first. As I take that back. Justin Booth wants to fight the winner of this match. He wants to be the winner, I'm sorry. It's a long day. He wants the winner of this match, and the question is, can the winner of this match survive to fight Justin Booth next week? That's the point I was trying to make. Thank you so much for my lovely wife, who was actually listening in the background and told me I was not making any sense. As now, Abby the Snake Cobra chases after Yojo Jerk. As now going for a super kick of his own, but Jerk now fires off a right hand, a nice European uppercut, and a super kick right to that. Another super kick, that's two in a row, right to Abby the Snake, right to his face, right to those fangs. As now been thrown right into the can, right into the floor. As Yojo Jerk, like I said, I haven't seen them use the cage as a weapon yet. I'm surprised. And the question is, will the fight tumble to the outside? As you know, in Hell in the Cells in the past, that has happened. But Justin Booth making a proclamation of he wants to fight the winner of this match. And we will probably happily oblige that as long as the winner is physically capable to show up next Sunday at Sunday Morning Slam after a Hell in the Cell match. As now, back to the outside goes Abby the Snake and Judge. Oh, my good Jerk going to the ropes now, placating to the LSWA faithful. They love this young man. As you know, you can catch Yojo Jerk every Monday and Thursday over on his channel with Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night Thunder. Of course, randomly on Saturdays. And apparently on Fridays, as he went live this past Friday with an impromptu unboxing, as now they're back in the ring. But that, of course, is Yo Joe Jerk's YouTube channel. And, of course, you can catch Abby the Snake every Friday on his channel. And Tuesday on the open mics at Figure Fight Club. 1-2! And a kick out by J-Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us this whole time at LSWA Sunday Morning Slam. You got yourself a main event jam-packed. Hell in the Cell. Abby the Snake Cobra versus Yo Joe Jerk for the Gimmick Factory Championship. As now Abby in firm control here, going for what looked like a power bomb. Going to turn it probably into a stun gun right off the ropes. Shades of one stunning Steve Austin. As now Jerk trying to crawl to the corner there, but Abby smartly staying on top of him. Look at that maneuver, nice drop kick, spring up drop kick by Abby the Snake Cobra. And I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us as long as you have. Please make sure you hit that like button, and if you are not subscribed, what the hell is wrong with you at this point? Subscribe and see all the great content that Legend Series provides. And we promise you, we will not disappoint. If you join the membership, we promise you, you won't be disappointed. You can join the LSWA's roster. You can join the madness as well as all the extra content that I currently have up on the channel for members only, as well as every Wednesday morning, The Wake and Bake with Legend Series and his lovely wife. And of course, I have a big-time major announcement regarding the Legend Series channel right after this main event. We'll get to that before we wrap it up, but let's get to this main event first here, as now they are still on the outside, and I was kind of hoping one of these guys would spear the other through the cage, maybe climb to the top of the cage. That would be awesome, but I don't think we're going to see that, as Jerk wants to keep the fight on the inside because he knows if the cage winds up getting opened, then it's fair game. Then the Figure Fight Club can come running on down to this arena and enter the cage, no problem. Right now, Jerk literally has one-on-one because they are completely locked out, as Abby the Snake tries to roll him back into the ring. What a well-evened match this is between Jerk and Abby the Snake Cobra. Who's going to be a winner is anybody's guess right now, as we are about to see what a brain buster by Abby the Snake, going for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Yo Joe Jerk. Abby the Snake cannot believe that, as Abby the Snake's going to have to do a lot more than a brain buster to put down Yo Joe Jerk, and he might just be doing that, but no, Jerk reverses it into an atomic drop, drops Abby right on that tailbone, but Abby back elbows Jerk for his troubles, and now Irish whip and a beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker nails that maneuver on Jerk, and now back to the outside, as they are now taking the fight back. But they have still yet to use the cage. I have no idea what their thought process is here. But Abby the Snake trying to make it a clean sweep for the Figure Fight Club, as Peter Moline at the opening contest of the show became the LSWA's hardcore champion. And then, of course, Daredevil Dave's initiation into the Figure Fight Club, a successful one, as in six-way tag team match. The Figure Fight Club was successful over A.O. Smudge and Woody Triple Deuce. And now in your main event, Abby the Snake tries for that clean sweep, as I said before, to try to do 3-0 and retain his Gimmick Factory Championship. But Jerk's trying to put Abby to sleep here in the cage. Abby the Snake Cobra, he's trying to go to sleep in a jawbreaker. As you're seeing now, we're switching some camera angles in the arena here, trying to get the best view of this cage match. Big time bulldog by Yo Joe Jerk. Yo Joe Jerk is fired up, ready to go, begging Abby the Snake to get up to his feet. And Abby the Snake able to just get out of that. Look at this maneuver by Abby, putting down Yo Joe Jerk. What a view from the top of the cage, as Abby now goes for a cover here. And dirty 1, 2, and almost a 3 count. Jerk able to just get up. Jerk now having some words with Abby the Snake now. Irish whip off the ropes right to the outside, as Jerk now gonna follow Abby the Snake back to the outside here. As you are here on the close-up here, handheld camera right here, as Jerk now taking it to Abby the Snake. Finally into the cage goes Abby the Snake, as Jerk now follows Abby around now back into the ring. Abi tossed into the cage, busted wide open. As Jerk now going to the ropes here. Jerk now back up to the second rope, begging Abi to get up to his feet. Double axe handle, crowns his ass, puts his ass down. Let's see if Jerk can put Abi to sleep now. And now Jerk resorting to the fisticuffs, dropping those fists right to the open wound of Abi the Snake Cobra. Gonna try to make him bleed out more, get some blood into the eyes, maybe lose some blood here. And of course, as you know, if you've been busted open in the head, and if it's a bad one, and you're bleeding profusely, the headache that ensues is a massive one, and a jawbreaker, that'll give you a headache right there, as Jerk now is tossed all the way back to the outside, as now Abi the Snake Cobra is going after Yojo Jerk. This is your main event for LSWA Sunday Morning Slam, Sunday, July 27th, 2025. We appreciate you all for hanging out with us. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute now. Jerk now tossed into the cage head first, and now Abi in firm control going to toss Jerk back into the ring, as now finally using the cage as a weapon, actually using the cage for what is it intended for, as a third party into this match. As now Abi the Snake going to try to separate the head from the neck and body of Yojo Jerk, as Abi is just trying to do whatever it takes to keep Jerk down, and a big-time face wash into the corner. As now Abi goes for a cover here. 1, 2, and Jerk kicks out at 2. Abi the Snake visibly frustrated with the referee, senior official referee Rosa Gurney. As now Jerk back to the outside. Maybe Abi going to use this cage again to his advantage to try to keep down Yojo Jerk. As I said before at the beginning of the show, the middle of the show, and at the end of the show, I apologize for the audio issues that we had. Wait a minute now. I thought Abi was going to toss Jerk right into that cage. But no, wait a minute, he does. Oh, wait a minute, into the turnbuckle of the post instead. As now, Abi the Snake just trying to buy some time here, trying to figure out what he wants to do next to Yojo Jerk. As Yojo Jerk, dazed and confused, has no idea what's going on. As he now beautiful European uppercut on Abi the Snake Cobra, but a back elbow for his troubles. And now back into the ring goes Yojo Jerk. Ladies and gentlemen, what a main event you are watching here at LSWA Sunday Morning Slam. We appreciate you for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being a member. Thank you so much for the super chats and the likes. Beautiful twist of fate from Abi the Snake. That might be what he needed right there. 1, 2, and it's over. Abi the Snake Cobra retains the championship and silences all the naysayers, as now the Figure Fight Club has gone 3-0 tonight. Abi the Snake provides the clean sweep for the Figure Fight Club, as now the Figure Fight Club is in firm possession of the Gimmick Factory Championship, as well as the LSWA's Hardcore Championship. I cannot believe what I have seen tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have had some bold proclamations. Rowdy Riles claims that she will have the LSWA Women's Championship at some point and sometime. We will call her Riley Two Belts. Shane Edwards and Sam Edwards were able to put down the Handsome Snakes and retain their tag team championships. And now in your main event, Abi the Snake Cobra able to retain his Gimmick Factory Championship after a fantastic Hell in the Cell competition with probably LSWA's best competitor, Yojo Jerk. But what a match, as Abi the Snake Cobra continues to prove himself in this building, in this arena, and in this LSWA roster, that he is a definitely mainstay and a person definitely look out for, as Abi the Snake rips the title right out of the hands of referee Rosa Gurney, acting as if this is the way it was going to be at all times. No one was ever going to beat him, as he is now talking smack directly to the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, Abi the Snake Cobra, a little too confident, if you will. And of course, now a $2 super chat from Alpha Red